All right, hello, ladies and jello spoons. Today we're going to discuss how to create a character on City of Heroes Homecoming. Now, this is going to assume that you've already got the game installed and set up your account. So, the first thing you're going to do is select which server you want to play on. In my case, everything is on Everlasting. Now, if you've already got characters made, you're going to zip through. You can click over here to go fast. There's always a purely empty page at the end, so go one from the end. You've got your character creator. Now you're going to have your choice between Primal Earth and Praetorian. Primal Earth is the original game, the heroes and villains side. Praetorian is a completely different thing where there's the first 20 levels are available, and you're going to be playing a different storyline, different world. It's a time travel thing. Um, Once you hit level 20, then you can choose to go back to the original game. There's also another option here, and that is Temporal Warrior. This is going to put you, it lets you choose what you want to play. You're going to choose hero or villain. You're going to start off in a PvP zone, and you only can access PvP zones. You're going to start off at max level with all of your fancy slots available. All of your incarnate powers are going to be free. It's like poof, here you are, you're maxed out, you're god. This is also a great way to come and check out powers, test what you want, see how they work. Um, you can also do that on Test Branch, but this is another way. Um, but again, if you choose that, you're not going to be able to play in the PvE zones. Now, the first thing it's going to have you choose after you choose your starting area is what your origin is. This has three effects in game. The first one is roleplay. Woohoo! I am a mutant. I'm going to roleplay that I am a mutant. Not really important. The second is going to be a very small, very minor power. And the powers are very similar to one another. For example, natural is going to get a throwing knife. It's just a little, you throw this tiny little knife, it goes tink, and you get a little tiny bit of dot damage. Very, very small amount of damage. Doesn't really do much, not really important. The magic one is going to give you the apprentice charm. You throw it at them and dink, 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 just a little bit of damage. Same thing. Like they're very simple. The science one is going to give you a tranquilizer dart. So you have a very small amount of damage and a very low chance of holding the mob for a very short time. Not really important. These attacks that come with them, after you pass like level 4, you'll probably never use them again. The third thing that your origin matters for is a title. As you level up, you unlock the ability to put titles above your character, like the Magnificent or something like that. And for example, with magic, there's one that is mystical that the other ones can't get. So, like, each one is going to have its own set of titles. And that's the only part of this that actually really makes a difference because with these little temporary power or these little basic powers that you get that come with them, you can actually switch which power you get later on. You just go to the you go to the start guy, his START, like it's like an acronym for a vendor. You go to the start vendor and you can say revoke and say, I want to revoke my throwing knife because I want the tranquilizer. You can switch what you've got. It's free to do it. It's no big deal. So again, the only thing it really matters for is the title that you're going to get later on. So for funsies, I am going to choose natural. Now you're going to go to your play style. This is going to be as defensive as possible. This is going to be as punchy as possible. This is going to be ranged attacks. This is going to do its best to lock down crowds. This one is going to be healing and buffs. This one is going to be pets. Now you can click on one, which will on the next screen give you the option of those. Like if I chose tank, I come over here, it's going to give me brute and it's going to give me tank. But if I don't click on one and I come over here, then I have all of them available. So I can literally see every single type. I prefer not to click on one because it's easier to just for me. I like having the full range. I know what they are. I know that this is range damage. I know that this is tank. So I just keep them all open. Now, here at the bottom, these four, in the original game back when it was live, you had to reach level 50 on a character before these would unlock. The reason for that is these are complicated. These are not simple. It even says on here, hey, not recommended for new players. And we mean it. If you're just getting started, you probably don't want to start off as one of these four. They look great, they look woohoo, but seriously, they're difficult to play. This is your standard tank. He is all about defense with melee second. You come up to the brute, he is melee first and defense second. But either one of those are going to be your tank classes. Whatever is first or primary is going to be stronger than secondary. Apologies. Caramel. I'm going to put your collar on. Don't bark. Excuse you, I'm recording. Don't bark. Apologies. Alright, so those are going to be your heavy tank. Again, primary melee, he's going to hit harder than a regular tank, but this primary defense is going to be able to take hits a lot better than the root. Then you're going to get into your melees, which is going to be your stalker and your scrapper. Scrapper is he's a little bit stronger than your stalker. He has a little bit more self-defense, but your stalker is able to do a sneak. He's going to put on his stealth. He's going to get up to the biggest, baddest guy there and pop off his assassin attack, which is a big attack, can one hit a lot of mobs, even some players in PvP. But then he goes back to being like a normal scrapper, but a little bit weaker. So he's good between combats. He's good for longer drawn out combats or larger groups. This is your Sentinel. Again, we can go over here and get the powers as well. So you're going to have your blast powers, and your secondaries are going to be defense. So your Sentinel is a blaster with a lot of defense. You can back up to your actual blaster. He's got his assault powers, and his secondaries there's still a lot of attacks, but a lot more of them are going to be more melee style attacks. So he's kind of a in or out big DPS, but he's very, very glass cannon. All right, so we're gonna go to the mastermind. This is just a pets thing. You're gonna pop off pets, and your secondary. My headphones aren't working. Your secondary is going to be defense. So like you can pop out. Oh goodness, you're gonna be able to pop out a pet, and you're gonna be able to buff it. So say you want to do this robots they're showing here, and you want to do force field second. You can pop out your robots, you can throw a force field on them to buff your own pets. A dominator, I'm going to controller first. Controller has things that lock down mobs, and its secondary power are buffs, heals, support stuff. So primary lockdown, secondary support. Again, remember, everything that is primary is going to be stronger than anything that has it as a secondary. We've got our dominator, who has all the same things as the controller. Some things are slightly different, but it's almost all the same. And then it has blasts as the secondary. So no support, it's just I control you, I blast you. Defender is primary support. So they're going to be really strong. They're going to have the best heals, the best buffs. And then secondary, they have the blasts. A corruptor is really fun. You've got your blasts as a primary. You've got your some support as a secondary. I can't words. Words are hard. They're a lot of fun. It's a blast support, which is kind of a trip. Actually, just for fun, let's do a defender. I think I need a defender. Let me open. I actually have a list to see what I need. Ah, whatever. Oh, I don't need it. All right, we're gonna go with a defender. Our primary power set. Let's see. There's a lot of options here. This isn't really important. You can go through each one, see what they do. Hey, I've got a time control. This is what it does. You click on it so it stays, and it's gonna show you all the stuff down here. It's gonna show you what the recharge is, how much damage it does. Those don't do damage, but if it had damage, it would show you how much damage it does, what type of damage it does. Like the beam rifle, we're going to do this. It is going to say down here, moderate energy with a chance to knock the target down. And then it's going to show you the extra things it has, like disintegrate. If you're suffering from disintegrate, yada yada. And as you go on here, you'll find out how to get access to the disintegrate. Since the other powers will spread or will inform you of that. I think I want to go. Let's go with. I want to make an electric zapper. Let's go with. See, the great thing about this is that it also has a bunch of debuffs. So the heal, debuff, debuff, you know. So the support doesn't always necessarily mean just healing and buffing your own team. It can be debuffs as well. This one actually has a couple of good holds in it as well. So it's a very useful, very well-rounded thing. I think just for fun, let's go cold. Ice shields. I'm gonna be able to freeze someone. And then let's go something that has a weapon, just so I can show you that part as well. Golden pistols, why not? I don't think I've ever made that combination. Now, at any time in your character creation, you can enter your name here. I'm sure anything I can think of off the top of my head has already been taken, so that's going to be hard. This is definitely going to be taken. Yep, already taken. Cold iron. Hey, cold iron's available. Wow, okay, did not expect that. Cold iron. Wait, can I put a space in it? That's the question. Nope, I cannot put a space in it. Okay. I'm going to put a lowercase I, so it's a little obvious that it's not just an L. Take back the name I had already reserved. There we go. Cold iron. Cold lead. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense for what I've got. You've got your masculine form, your feminine form, and your, unfortunately, also masculine huge form. I am a female. I like to play a female. You can play super skinny, average, athletic, or chunk. I'm gonna go with. We'll go with average. I don't care. We're just gonna keep everything. Nah, we'll that average, not athletic. There, average. Yeah, good enough. I'm not particular right now. We're gonna choose our costume. There are gonna be 5 million costume sets to choose from. No, I went right back to the workplace. Yeah, you got a lot of options in here. But you can also go in and do each part on its own. It's gonna change the shape of her face ever so slightly. Yeah, see, there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of options. There's a million options for faces. I forget. What did I start her with? She's natural. Okay, so I am not going to give her any sort of glowing eyes or anything fun like that. She's going to be natural. Oh, that's her little hoodie thing. Do I want to? I don't know. It's a there's so many options. I'm gonna make it more like a camo color. All right, the second one is gonna be more green. I am going to change her hair color back because this is right now this is costume colors linked, so all the colors are changing at the same time. You know what? I think I'm actually going to keep the low ponytail. I kind of like it. But let's undo the costume link and give her some naturally colored hair. Got a brown base and a little gold on top. A little more orange. Just a very basic, slightly auburn brunette. I like it. It looks good. You can change the ears. You can change the details. Yeah, there's just an option or two. Just an option or two. Then you have the details that go on the lower half of the face. If you put on like a helmet or something, you're going to get 3 options, and it's really cool. Yeah, you got options. Let her smoke a cigar because she's going to be a gunslinger. Because why not? So basically, this is character creation. You got a whole lot of options. I'm going to go with shirt. Eh. I don't know what style I want to do here. If I do this, I'm for sure removing the face paint. Let's not go with shirts. Let's go with kind of feeling like I want to do something that's a little bit more, that actually kind of looks good, a little bit more stealth oriented, you know? Gold one. Ah, right. Maybe I just do the classic leather. There are so many options for character creation that seriously we could just sit here and do this for hours. I want that without the tattoos. Okay. I'm getting rid of the face stuff because it's ugly. It does not match with what I want to do with the rest. Alright. Up to Nada. And face. Go, 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 go. Nada. You can also add just regular makeup, but I think it doesn't show all that well. Okay, I'm going to skip shoulders, chest details. I'm going to add gloves. I'm going to say fingerless gloves right above me. Okay. And maybe I change the colors and stuff. We'll see. I will decide if I'm doing a belt after I decide this. patterned pants. I don't really think I'm going to want to use any of these. Okay, where's Fade? Fade is perfect. Oh, Fade line. Wait. Wait, what? There was a regular Fade. Maybe it was Diamonds? Diamond Blend. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go blue jeans. Slightly lighter. No, I want that to be the slightly lighter. Like they're ever so slightly a little bit worn. Let's change the color of that. The nice part about this, you can come back and change anything you want anytime you want. This has one color. Do I want to go black? Do I want to go red? A little bit too red. Go green. Darker green. A little bit lighter green. The leather gloves is brown. Looks good. Now I can add on that belt because now I know what I'm looking at, what I'm working with. There are some good gunslinger belts down here. Gold picker belt, maybe. Good tactical belts down here. Kind of like that, but it kind of ain't what I'm going for. I know there's some in here that have multiple guns. Getting there. Not quite. Not quite what I'm looking for. Okay. Main belt. Belt bag. Where's that bag at? Back there. Okay. Oh, so that's not the. Where is the one? There's one that has just guns. Like, might go with that if I can't find anything better. There's one, I swear. Ah, here we go. Dual pistol official. Alright, now we hit up those boots. I'm going to be skipping the tails and the wings and the things like that because she don't need them. I could make it flared out jeans. That would be kind of cute, actually. I hate that the cowboy boots go all the way up. It's just ridiculous. I like these, except the way they're made, like the ankles are such a weird angle. It's, oh. This is a 20-year-old game, and that is one costume piece that has not been updated. So, like, I can't complain too much. But I don't like it. There are some better boots for what I'm looking for. I honestly don't know what I want here, so I apologize. Those might just do. But my secondary color is going to be, oh look, style. Yeah, I think this looks good. It's super simple. You know, we're not going into super massive detail today. Then, if you have a costume that has weapons, you're going to have weapon options. So, my right side pistol. My both side pistol. I'm doing a little Laura Crofting here. Okay. This is easier, I think. Yeah, I think I just want a classic. Hmm. God, there's so many. My God, there's so many pistols. Holy banana boat. Okay, I think I want my right hand. I think I want Colt. She's gonna be what? She's gonna be a pearl handle. I actually think I want both to be the same. I do like that. A Navy Colt revolver. This was actually the first weapon I ever fired in real life, and it kicks like a mule, and I did really great with it. I'm proud of myself. Okay, I'm gonna skip back details. This is where you're gonna get your capes. It's gonna be where you're gonna get your backpack. Some of the quote backpacks are just things that stick to your back and look funny. I don't think I want to use any of these. You know, one of these days I'm gonna actually make a full-on clockwork bot with a winder in the back. It's gonna be fun. So all kinds of stuff available, but I'm not gonna use one. You got wings, which again, all kinds of available. She's not getting wings. She's natural. She's not gonna get them. There are jetpacks. Have a whole lot of options. Oh no, jetpack only is gold picker? Weird. Okay. All your funny little capes. But you know what they say. No capes! Then you have two types of auras. One is path aura. So as you're running, this is gonna be all around you. Grass and green. But this is gonna happen all the time, unless you go down to this, which is movement only. Then it's only gonna kick on while you're moving. Otherwise, it's gonna be straight. I think I'm gonna make. Since I am going ice, we'll do a little frost that is movement only, and we're gonna do black ice. I like that. Kind of cool too. All right, and then the other one is going to be your body aura, and this is going to go around your whole body all the time. Um, and then after you choose which one you want, you're going to come down to effects and choose how you want it to appear. I have it set as black, so that's not going to work. So you can be like, hey, I want it only in my body, in my eyes, only in my hair. And then you can choose to have it only happen while you're in combat, or whichever you like. So I kind of want to do both fists while I'm in combat, and it's going to be that weird purple ice. Can't see it at all. Yeah, whatever. I'll make it a little dark, a little brighter. I will make my. Hey, what do you mean none? I accidentally say none. Make it a little lighter. Oh dear, that's bright. Hmm. There's the rub. I want them to match. That's fine. All right, so now your next one, you're going to go into your custom. This is where you get to customize how your weapons look. So I'm going to cast an ice shield on someone. I have it angled over there. Shouldn't have done that. Do it again. This is what is going to appear on the other person. Okay, so I can change the colors. Get some really cool effects with it. Or I can hit minimal effects. They're just going to have a little glow on them. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go minimal effects on the whole thing. And I'm going to go with a dark blue and a pink over the top. How does that look? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Maybe a little darker on that because it's a little bright. Maybe we go a little blue. All right, I'm feeling it. So you can go through here. You can see what they all look like. I like having them at this angle because you can see the whole thing go. Then you come down here. Oh, pistols have no color. You'll notice that there is a extra long thing for this, and that is because these three options are all one power, but you can choose how you want to use it, so you can change which ammunition you have. You have something that is strong against fire, switch to ice. You have something that's strong against ice, switch to this one's a really good one. This one does a debuff with every hit because it's toxic, so it's nice. This one is a little extra damage, and this one's a little bit of crowd control. So you're gonna find cool things like that with just about every character that you create. There's gonna be something that's just a little different than any other character. Makes it unique, makes it cool. You're gonna hit that finalize. Cold Lead is her name. I can choose to say the, but I'm gonna see if I can do it with a space. Oh, I broke it. Oh God. Wait, did I actually break it? Oh, Cold Space Lead is available. All right, nice. So it's going to tell you what origin, what archetype. It's going to tell you all your details here. It's going to tell you your original known powers. This is where you put your battle cry. And your battle cry, you can activate anytime you want in game by hitting F10. So this is something you're going to be able to scream out at will. It's going to do it in the channel you're in. So if you're in broadcast, it'll broadcast. If you're in team, it'll team. And it's going to be a one button push up to 32 characters. So I'm going to say, look, Ma, I'm in a cut scene. That's because, as I said, you can make it happen anytime you want. If you're in the middle of a cutscene, hit that button and bam, look, Ma, I'm in a cutscene. Pops up. Character description. Made for tutorial vid. I'll do description later. All right, so once you've got all this ready, you like how it is, you don't want to make any last minute changes, ready to go. I choose not to play the tutorial. However, if you do play the tutorial, this is the outbreak. This is fighting a bunch of infected people while the game teaches you how to play it. You can get a badge for killing 100 of the infected people. And this is the hero side. This is break out. This is the villain side. You're going to be escaping from the jail, and there is a badge in jail cell number 13 that you can only get by going there. This is Galaxy City. This is neutral, and it's story. It's expanded story. So I'm going to choose that, and I'm going to say no. I don't want to actually do the tutorial. So I'm going to say next and say no, I don't want the tutorial. I'm going to choose hero just because it's more popular. Complete and enter. Last chance. Say yes. Here we are loading into Atlas Park. Atlas Park is the newbie zone, the first zone you're going to see in your area. All right, so now we've got our character made. Now what? First, we wait for my rolling badges to go. Sorry, I've got an account that already has badges and stuff. Use the Find Contact button on your window if you need help locating contacts. Now, what I have a different way I like to set this up. I like to put this, hey, hello, grab. I like to keep this over here, 1 pixel from where it snaps into the edge. There we go. That way I can pull out my map and I can actually grab this and drag. If I let it go all the way to where it snaps in the edge, I cannot grab that. Grab the bottom right and you can change how big and small it is. And then I put this up here. And this is going to go right here where I can see it. You can choose these. When you get in, you can see these. You can choose what you want. I'm going to say none. Here, now you got your character made. You've got your powers. You can put your powers on your bar. This is that one I was talking about, throwing knives. Super minor damage, super simple. You can target anyone that is friendly and drop your buff on them. Back in the old days, you had to click on each character individually to drop the buff, but then they decided to make those AoEs because it was ridiculous. People like me with the bubbles were spending their entire time just going, okay, bubble that person, now bubble that person, now bubble that person. Okay, the combat's over. Well, that was fun. So now you just throw out a bubble, it affects everyone, they're all good to go. And I have it on minimal effects, so you can barely see a little bit of ice sticking out the back, and I am lagging. That's my bad. All right, so combat attributes are going to tell you all the information you need to know, and you can make a window that just has specific attributes in it. So for example, if I wanted just to know what my defense is, I can pull... Oh, I can't pull it out anymore. There is a way to make just a window. I can't remember how to do it right now, but you can pop out a window that says what your defenses are and pop it over here. So if you're running a fire farmer and you want to know how much fire resistance you have, you just pop that over there. And then we're going to go over to the start vendor. Oh my god, the lag. This is the start vendor. Now, back when this was live, there were a lot of things that you would get as you leveled up or as you got veteran rewards. So for example, I can't remember how long it was, but at like X number of months, you could unlock another power. And I'm going to say hide missing ingredients, because right now it's got temporary powers. I could buy a toy bat, I could buy a real bat, I could buy a dagger, I could buy a hand grenade. Notice all these have charges, they're temporaries. But I don't want to buy all this stuff. I just want my stuff that is free. So, hide it. Here's what I've got. I've got temporary power available. I have XP boosters. I'm going to go ahead and take my double XP. It gives me 100% boost to XP gain, but I also am reducing my money by 100%. But since I have a farmer, I'm not worried about money. Now you can buy that up to 8 times, so I've done that. I can click up there and see what I've got. Detailed info. Can tell you all about it. But over here in powers, this is where you get to see the info that tells you how long it is. Bam. Expires in basically 8 hours of game time. And that is game time. So let's say, like I said, I didn't want that throwing knife. Say I wanted the apprentice charm instead. I come in here, I'd revoke my throwing knife. And then I would come into my prestige powers, and here they are. I can switch to one of the others, which in this case, I like throwing knives. Let's get it back. Now, there are 3 powers, 4 powers, sorry. Sands of Mu, Undead Slaying Axe, Nemesis Staff, and Black Wand. Now, the Nemesis Staff and Black Wand both have a bonus version and an unbonused version. It'll tell you in here, technology, science, or natural. We'll get the bonus version. And on the Black Wand, it's the other 3. It's gone now. But I always take that, whatever one has the bonus, because it gives you a little extra damage. I always take the Ghost Slaying Axe. And then you have a choice between 1 more. You only get to choose 3 of those 4 powers. So I'm going to go ahead and go with my ranged attacks, so why not? And now it's empty because there's nothing else in here that is free on my attacks. Utilities. I'm going to take secondary mutation, even though I don't have a first mutation. I'm going to do it anyway, because I like that power. Travel powers. I'm going to take Steam Jump. I'm going to skip my prestige sprints because they're just pretty sprints and I don't need them. Buff pets, powers or shields? Let's go with shields, and because I'm going with pistols, I'm going to get a drone because it looks cooler. Okay, so now you got these set up. You got all those new powers that we just gathered, but where did they go? If you come over here, I like to have 6 bars up because once I get into the higher levels, I'm going to need them. So I like to set up my 6 bars right from the start so there's no adjustments later. If I get my muscle memory, I've got it. That's it. I'm going to remove sprints because I don't care. I've got my athletic run and that's good enough. Steam Jump is the next travel power. It's going to go right there. This is a buff that I click anytime I want and get it, and then it's recharging. Here are those 4 new attacks I just picked up. Here is my new little pet. And that's it. So then I put them where I want them. So this is a buff. This is a melee. Very short ranged. I like to put my other ranged stuff in front of my actual power set powers. All right, so I got my melee, my ice stuff, and my attack stuff. And you're going to have these over here. I'll show you that in a second. All right, and then we're going to go with our prestige enhancements. Okay, so this is going to be damage, recharge, and chance for energy. Looks great. Looks great. Looks great. Looks great. Odds are I'm not going to need all of these, but I got all 5. So I can pick any one I want and put it into, you notice I drag it up and the pistols and brawl turn green. That's because this is a attack boost and it needs to go in a attack slot. I'm just gonna random pick one, doesn't matter. Do you want to do it? Are you sure? I turn mine off, I say yes. I'm gonna keep these. They're gonna go bad in a few levels, so they're really not special. I can't sell them. There's nothing special about them. They're just a super low level booster. All right, now our next thing for getting started is going to be chats. See, I've got a chatter that has specific items. Right click, add or edit a tab. So if you're going to add a tab, you get to choose from all of your available channels. Then you're going to name that tab. You can even, if you know the name of it, you can join a channel. So someone's like, "Hey, we're making a channel and we're going to call it tutorial." Yeah, whatever. I'm not actually going to make it. Then it would add it to this side and I'd be able to put it on any selected channel I want. And then I could tell all of my friends, "Hey, join the tutorial channel." All they got to do is go into join channel and type in tutorial, and bam, they'll be joining us. But I'm not doing that. I'm just showing you how to do this. These ones up on top here these are player made. Some of them are player made, some of them are already there, but they're gonna show me like, I want to hunt the monsters. I really want to hunt all the big monsters, get the badges for the big monsters today. I'm gonna put that on my list, and anytime someone's like, "Hey, does someone want to help me get this big monster?" then it's going to show up in that special chat. If I don't want to hunt the big monsters, I just leave it off. No big deal. You can see my normal one. I have general and looking for group up top. Down at the bottom, I'm going to have like your local chats. So that is how you set up your chat. You're going to set up your team by clicking that. It's going to show your teammates here. Their buffs are going to be listed to the side. If you want pets, you got a pet window. This is something that a lot of people don't see right off, but that's how you pull up your pet window. So if you have pets, and that only counts combat pets. So like this little guy is technically a combat pet. There he is, shield drone pet. Combat pet, any pets that are listed over here can be targeted by other mobs. Now, if I right click him, dismiss, rename, view attributes, etc. Shiny. I don't know. I'll probably rename that later. So you can name that anything you want. Put it there. All right, and this is going to be a temporary jump. It is going to run out. I have enough time to get around, do what I'm doing. It is going to run out, I believe, in 30 seconds. That'll give me time to get up here and get this badge. And then I'm going to hop over here if I have time and get this badge. The reason I want to get these badges is if you get all of the badges in a single zone. Oop, my thing ran out. I'm going to take damage. Boom. If you get all the badges in a single zone, you're going to unlock a long-range teleporter that allows you to teleport back to that zone easily. So it's a really nice little toy. All right. League is going to be if you're doing a giant raid like the Rikti Warzone or the Hamadon raids. You're going to have multiple teams of 8. I believe you have 6 teams of 8 in a raid. So you're going to have this huge, it's going to cover your whole screen. You can, if you're in a league and you want to see everyone, you put on league. If you just want to see your own team on the league, you pop it back over here. It'll still work as normal with just 8 showing. This is your friends list. You're going to have friends on the server that you have friended. You're going to have people who are these are player made channels, and as such you're seeing the people who have joined it. This is who is in the general chat, who is in the global, oops, but here is my global friends. If you global friend someone, you're going to be friending them permanently across all characters. Like this character is Cold Iron, but my account name is Indigo Wolf. So if someone friends Cold Iron, they will be able to see me when I am online as Cold Iron. If they friend Indigo Wolf, they'll be able to see me no matter which character I'm on. And if you don't feel like hanging out, if you're just feeling antisocial, or you're busy doing something, or you're doing a tutorial video, you just hit this and you can hide whatever you want. And that'll make you invisible to anyone in those channels. Now, for now, I'm going to turn that off. I don't care about hiding. Supergroup is going to be your own supergroup. Whatever supergroup you're in, it'll show you your rank. It'll show you all kinds of stuff. You can enter supergroup mode, which will show your, you can have a second costume that is a supergroup costume. It'll show that costume with the supergroup's colors, their icons, their name, all that. It's just like you're in their mode. Coalition is several supergroups that have joined up together. There is no raid anymore. Email, just like when you're making friends with someone, you're going to say, I can send it to Cold Iron. It's going to come to this character. If I send it to @Indigo Wolf, it'll be available for any of my characters on my account. And that's just story. This is the looking for group. Not to be confused with the looking for group channel. These are the groups that are available to me at my level, which is level 1. I have just these. And you see right now someone is advertising DFB. That is this one, Death from Below. Then you can choose tabs, you can change things around, whatever. So if you want to go ahead and join that person, you're going to click on their name, regular left click, send message. Can I go? Most people will start off by doing a DFB at the start because it's quick levels. It's very fast to get there. Now you see over here, if any farms need a sitter or radios need help, this is someone who's saying, if you're doing a farm and you're just like getting money for yourself, can I sit at the door and get some free experience? Very common, happens all the time. Now, if you don't want to join in a party like this and you want to actually just do storylines, you're going to find contacts like this guy. Click on him, he'll give you missions. You can also find your contacts up here. This is the contact that I already have. If I want to find more, you know this contact. You don't know this contact. I can teleport to him and start talking with him, and I could do his storylines. So that's how that works. One thing I wanted to remember to add in is I already showed you how to do that. I already showed you how to check powers. I showed you how to check your enhancements. That was the slotting this little guy. Inspirations are things you're going to use on the go. They're going to drop frequently. You're going to use them frequently. Salvage and recipes. You're going to get recipes that let you make new powers, costumes, etc. I don't think they do costumes anymore, but I could be wrong. And salvage is what you're going to need to be able to make those recipes. And again, we've already discussed this little plus here. It adds more bars for you. Right click a bar and you can change what it looks like. Right click a bar and you can lock things in the tray so that you don't accidentally change them. Now let's say I am clicked on this person. If that person were to target someone, see, they're right there. They are targeting that person. I can see this person's targeting that person because I can see that like little bar up there. Now I can also buff her. And again, it's going to be an AoE buff. Now, if I had heals, which, wait, do I have heals in this set later on? I do not. Okay. If I had heals or other such support, I would put it down here. That way, if, say, number 1 was a heal, I could have this person clicked, and I would just click number 1, the invalid target, because they are not an enemy. I still pull out my weapon, I still do the starting animation, but because they are not an enemy, I can't attack them. If she was targeting an enemy, then I would target the enemy that she was targeting through her. It's focus targeting. You click on the person that you want to have be the main focus. Like here's the brute, so he's going to be the tank of our group. We don't have a tank right now. As the brute, whatever they're looking at, is what I should be looking at. Now, before we get started, one thing I wanted to cover real fast. You can click on anything on the map, and that'll give you a waypoint on there that you can go to. Here's a thing called Wentworths. This is going to be your best friend. If you get anything good that you don't have use for, but it's a good item, you're going to pop on over here to Wentworths and you're going to put it on the auction house. You're going to see what it costs to put it on the auction house. Like, oh gosh, dang it. There's a police drone right here, so I'm safe in here because if he did follow me, that drone would just kill it. So you're going to be in here. You're going to click on your guy. You can check for anything available that can be traded in game. So this is the auction house. It's pretty self-explanatory. You drag an item in here. When you drag an item in, it's going to show you what the current market is for that item. For example, if I wanted to put up a catch a breath, which is an inspiration, a little blue inspiration. I want to put up a catch a breath. I put it on there. It's going to show me all the catch a breaths that are currently available, like 400 bidding, 200 for sale, and then it's going to show me the last several ones that have been sold, how much they were sold for. So it gives me a good idea of what I should sell it for. If it sells for less than what this vendor buys it for, well, you can put it up there to be nice to other people, or you can come to the vendor and sell it for more money. If you're really short on cash, you go over there, you look for a recipe or an item that has a ton for sale and nobody's buying them, and it's selling for way less than the vendor buys it for. fill up your inventory with them, bring it over here, sell them all, and rinse and repeat makes you some fast cash. Okay, you notice how he just said, is everyone ready? I'll be in team chat. I'm gonna hit F7. I say ready, I give a thumbs up. That's what F7 does. Some people actually type out F7 as fun. All right, one more thing before we go. If you come down here, chat handle, this is your name. It's usually based on the first character that you've created. For me, it's always, this is me. We like to say not it. If someone's slow on the clicking OK button, we all say not it. And it's just like, hey, it's not me. And plus it goes brr, 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 every time someone says not it. Gets people to pay attention a little better. Like, oh, hey, we're going now. I guess I should click the button. Now I can click this to show what the people's buffs and debuffs are. I can see that everybody got their XP buff. Everybody's got a cold buff except me because I can't buff myself. So that tells you how things are. You can right click on that. Okay, I right clicked on a person because they were too close. You can right click on this. You can tell it how you want to stack. I want numeric stacking. Okay, then you're in the fight. Someone did a run. Oh, I'm lagging all over the place, for heaven's sake. Because I'm just getting started, I don't have a lot of attacks. Hey, how you tree? I want tree. That looks so cool. Is that a Halloween costume? That has to be a Halloween costume. I see several people just leveled up, myself included. So, because the people here are very nice, perma grats to all. And make Congo rats infest your pantaloons. Because that is my grats. Now see, I just got this. This is an inspiration. This is the enrage. If I click that, you'll notice I get an extra one of these. That means I'm going to be doing just a little bit more damage. These drop fast. Don't be afraid to use them. See, there's another one. Bam. This one is what's called a wakey because it's going to wake me up if I die. I know it says awaken, but there are several levels of them, and we all call them all wakies, no matter what. It's just who we are. It's just the way it works here. Everything's a wakey. See, I know from experience that the fire from these is very, very minimal, not even worth worrying about, so I'm just walking through it like an idiot. But under normal circumstances, you don't stand in fire. Duh. This whole mission, this whole little like trial, the point of it is to teach people how to play. So you learn a lot. You're like, okay, kill all the mobs, then the boss spawns, and we kill the boss, and then the next section opens. And okay, I am noticing that the blue bubbles are falling off. Oh wait, no, he just has two. Melody doesn't have a blue bubble. There we go. Refreshed my protection. You see that things flash when they start to wear out. She's about to run out of that. I don't have a lot to offer right now because I'm a very low level. Holy crap, we all leveled up. I got my first salvage, which, as I mentioned before, is useful in making recipes. Hit that salvage button. You can see what you got. This is a trainer. You're going to hit this trainer up to next level. And because I am still a low level, I'm going to add... I'm just going to stick to the damage. Oh, I got more than one level. So the off level, yeah, I can go there now. The off level is going to have slots. So remember, I kept those enhancements. Now I have somewhere to put all these. This is a reduced endurance. Meh. Stun, I have no reason for it. Let's just throw it in there. Why not? You can mouse over them to see what they do. Now, this is a training mission, basically. And one thing in here is that there are environmental hazards, which I took my time catching up to the team, so you guys didn't get to see the environmental hazards. These are some new powers I got with leveling up. Apparently that is still on, even though it's showing that it's not, so that is a glitch. Kind of a common glitch. Okay, see that? 3, 2, 1, and I just triggered that one. These are some environmental hazards. If you're close to it, it's going to explode. The first person that gets close to it starts a 3-second countdown, and then they explode. That's just to teach you how it works. Now remember, I said I could click on someone on my team and use my attacks, and I'm going to attack whoever they are attacking. That also works the other way. So I am clicking on a bad guy. I'm going to click bubble. Whoever he was targeting just got the bubble. And then you've got your little guide over here that shows you what you need to do to be able to pass this portion. Most of the time, you're not going to get something like this. You're just going to have to remember what you need to do and follow the story on your own. So don't count on this. This is just for the tutorial that's showing you how to do things. There are some other specifically trials that will show you a sidebar like that, but most of the time you're not going to get that sidebar, so don't rely on it too heavy. Now I have a couple ways of selecting a target. I can just click on a power and it'll choose an appropriate target from the closest one. Like this is an attack, it's going to choose the closest thing that I can attack. This is a buff, it's going to choose the closest thing that I can buff. So that's just hitting the weapon to do it. Oh, they got to watch that knockback. Somebody's using a power that knocks back, and if that had gotten in there. All right, now here we're going to have our first experience with gaining a badge. See? Only target the boss here for the badge. No AoE, no pets, no aura. And don't. Okay, the pet is going to wreck it. I already know the pet's going to wreck it. We're supposed to only target the boss. Someone's down already, which is to be expected. We have to only target the boss and let all these other guys just beat our butts if we want this to work. Ugh, I can't back up. What the heck? Okay. I have a heal. I have a heal. I have a do more damage. I have to let that guy hit me. I can't stop him. I can't hit him. I can only run from him. I think someone already fucked it up, so we're not going to get the badge anyway. Now here's a nice thing. I have him targeted. I'm facing the wall. Watch what happens. I turn around and face him. Oh, for heaven's sake, will you idiots stop hitting me? I have rolling damage going. I am not going to make it out of this. Oh, I am. Thank you, level up. All right, now we find out if anyone killed a side mob, which they did. No, they did not. Woo, bad. That was a rough one. Nice job. tons of leveling up. So like everyone actually came in at level 1 because we're all leveling up at the same speed for the most part. So yeah, that was actually a really good job for how rough it was. We got through it. We got the badge. Nice job, guys. Okay, I have unlocked cool powers. I'm gonna go in here and I'm going to choose, I think I'm going to have her leap. This is going to give her the ability to move very rapidly. New contacts are unlocking. And I have my new leaping power. Means I can get rid of that. Again, environmental hazards. It's off, I'm fine. It's on, I take rolling damage. And those rolling damages can actually kill you, unlike the fire earlier that you kind of have to actually stay in to make it hurt. They make it a little bit more difficult as you go. Oops, I'm still stuck on the trainer. They make it a little bit more difficult as you go, so you get the idea of what you're doing. Okay, and my guys all need their bubbles. Let's bubble up. Somehow, the beast did not get a bubble, so let's do that. Now I go back to attacking. You gotta pay attention to what your role is and what order you need to do things. Scrappers and blasters and that type tend to just be like, okay, I'm murdering things, murder everything. You don't have to look around, you don't have to pay attention, you don't have to watch your team, you just kill stuff. If you're support like this, you need to pay attention to, oh, my bubbles have worn off. If you're a healer, you need to pay attention to this person's taking damage, or this person is not taking damage yet, but I see them about to run into the mob. They're not going to wait. I can tell from their behavior so far in the group that they're not going to wait. They're going to be reckless. You click on them and you get ready with that heal before they even start taking damage. So just being a plain old DPS is the easiest way to play, obviously, because there's nothing else to pay attention to. But if you want to be more useful for the team, then you're gonna have to use your eyeballs. I'm not using my little drone pet right now because he has very low health, and every time I walk past those things, he dies. So it's not worth it. Plus, these mobs would kill him for sure. Alright, so we've gotten through. We've got all these things that are going to hurt us, but not too much as long as we keep moving. So right now we're getting a little bit repetitive. It's the same thing you've seen us do the whole fight, the whole time we've been fighting. Look at all these level ups. Nice. So the reason we were all leveling up at exactly the same time earlier and now our timing is a little bit split is because of dying. We all have this double XP buff on right now, and if you're dead, the double XP buff does not apply. Now for this one, if we want the badge, we're going to do the exact opposite of the first boss. We're going to kill the boss last. They all probably already know that. Most of the time, people already know things. There we go, boss is down. We've got our thing. Or, sorry, it's down to just the boss, I mean. How do you not have a friggity bubble on? Oh, because you died. Ah, my bad, my bad. Okay, everybody's bubbled, everybody's bubbled. Now I'm just going to target through him so I don't have to retarget the boss. Easy peasy. And you don't have to turn to face things. There are a couple of times that you're going to need to be facing your opponent to make it work. And those are kind of rare. Those are going to be cone attacks. Any cone attack, you're going to want to face things properly before hitting the power because it is not going to turn you around. Hey, a second bubble. Sweet. Away I go. Okay, second bubble. Everybody's already gone down. I am turning on my jump because we're going to jump down here. And this lets me skip all fall damage. Alright, we're going to go. Double bubbles. Okay, now you see these. Again, this is a teaching trial. So everything gets a little bit more tough as you go along. And the big thing about these is if you stand in these geysers or these bubbles, you will die. You will die very rapidly, and there is no way around it. Nobody can out-heal it. It's just brutal death. Unless you're a pet. Pets don't really count. Why can't I? Where the heck is Wolf Eyes? I click on their name and I click follow. That's going to put me towards them so I can see where they are, what's going on. Someone stood in the bubble. That's how fast it is. You stand in the bubble, you are dead. So this is very much teaching. These are arch villains, which means they have a lot of health, a lot of, self buff, whatever. But because it is, again, a teaching trial, they don't actually attack you other than making those geysers. There's no tentacles that pop up. There's, it's a Hydra without tentacles. It's just two heads. So it's super simple. It's just a very straightforward, hey, have you learned to play yet? I can also get in there into melee range and hiya. Slice. Oh, you better move or you're gonna die. Demons are us. Oh, there she goes. There he goes. They did give our pets a buff that makes them resistant to AoEs like that, because otherwise our pets are stupid and they're going to stand in the fire every time. They're resistant to it, but not immune. So you do have to pay attention. You can make macros to pull your pets to you. You can do all that stuff. All right, I'm going to go accuracy. And then good game. And the great thing is when you do something like this, you don't have to walk all the way back out. You just hit your exit button. Exit button. You wait for it to load forever and ever. And poof, you're out. So I say thank you. I leave the party. All right, so we've covered Wentworths. We've covered all of character creation. We've covered how to get into a party. Oh, Ouroboros. This is a special thing. This is a place where if you have been there, you can come back. So a lot of times you'll see brand new players at level 1 that are like, hey, can someone drop me an Ouroboros portal? See, now I've got a new power over here. This is going to let me drop a portal here. And it's good because it lets you go to these 5 places very quickly. And you can get there from anywhere. You can drop a portal. So it lets you travel very fast. All right, load. All right, and on that topic of traveling very fast, we've already discussed getting your travel power. So we're going to go on the map. Again, you can click on things on the map to see them. I have a train station and tunnels. Okay, so these are going to be other ways to get around quickly. We'll discuss the base portal here in a minute. So you're going to come up to your train. Run in when the doors are open, and it's going to give you all these places that you can go. There are other train lines that go other places. There are things on the villain side. There are things on the Pretoria side. There's all kinds of places you can go to train line. There are cargo ships that you can take instead of trains. all kinds of things like that. And then these are your portals. These are going to get you to a bunch of other places. Some of these are like creepier places. This is a really cool place. Um, some of these are like not even part of the original world. They're worlds that were added on later or just far off distant realms. So those are some of your topics for fast travel. All right, now that I've got a teleport power, you're going to see I have a fast travel power. I'm going to take the other one off because if I click on this, it's going to show all the fast travels I have available, which right now is only that portal. But these are portals you can earn, you can buy. If you find all of the, oh, it's going to let me, wow, I only need, okay, they changed that. It used to be that you had to have all of the explore badges in a zone and then you'd be able to teleport to that zone. Now it looks like you only need to have one explore badge and then you can teleport to that zone. There is a long cooldown on that. All the teleporters are going to have a cooldown. All the teleporter powers, I should say, are going to have a cooldown. Now you notice when I turn this on, I get an extra power. This is a double jump. It's like this, my super speed boosted. And all of the travel powers have one. This is a base portal. This is a very fast way to get around. Now this character is not currently in a supergroup, so I need to know the password of another base to get in, which I don't know if this is every server or only Everlasting, but this is the most popular base in the server simply because it's simple. So this is arguably the best way to travel around quickly. Notice that they've made their thing into a cute little guy. It's like, hello. You're going to come over here. He's got people you can sell your stuff to or buy stuff from. So I'm going to say, I don't need that. It's too low. I can come over here and I can buy something. And they used to have it, you had to go to a specific store for your thing. Like if I was natural, I would have to go find the natural store or a natural quartermaster. They've changed that now. All quartermasters have all single origin and dual origins. So these are called. So this is a dually, a DO, dual origin, because it works for both natural and technology. You can see natural on that side, technology on that side. You keep going past that natural and technology, you get one that's natural on both sides. That is a single origin. All right, so with our dough, you come up to the top dough. You're going to look at your accuracy, your info. It's going to be 19.2% for a level 10 dough. Then I'm going to pop down here for a level 10 so or single origin. That's going to be 38.3. So much better, much more powerful. It does cost significantly more. And it can only work on people of that origin. That's not talking about the ones that you can create using your recipes, which I still don't have any of. Do they have one? Yes. Once you get recipes and the salvage necessary, you can come to one of these crafting tables and it'll show you all the recipes that you have. Let's see. There. These are all the recipes. So I want to get a sleep one, right? So I'm going to get a level 50 sleep. There we go. You can craft it if you have the recipe to make it. Some of these you don't need the recipe. They're just here. They're automatic. And that's going to be the ones like this. Brainstorm. It's like, hey, I have one brainstorm. I don't actually, but you know, I need one brainstorm. I have one brainstorm. I click this. I create it. You don't need a recipe for that, for the special. All right, and then you've got your, we already discussed these guys. All of these are, and these are just different, or sorry, these and these are just different skins of someone that is a tailor. Icon and face makers are both tailors. They're going to help you change your costume. So I come up here, I say, yes, I want to customize my appearance. Because I have badges and stuff unlocked, I have a bunch of extra ones open. Then you can earn more in game. I think I only have one extra one open actually. So you pick the costume that you like. You come in here and you just change whatever. Oh, it's not going to charge me for changing color? Okay, say I want to change to the work boots. I think it's because of my level. I'm such a low level, it's not charging me. Normally, it's going to charge you a tailor fee, just like $100 flat fee just for coming to the tailor. Then each change you make is going to rack up cost. Then you come into your pool powers and you're like, oh, I want my super jump to be dark black spiffies. It's going to give you a power fee for that change. And then any other changes you make, and it's gonna give you a total. So here's the available influence I have. Here's the cost for me. And if it actually had a cost because I was high enough level to make it have a cost, then I would need to choose between actually spending my influence, or if you have a free tailor session, there's going to be a button right here next to the available influence. You would just click on that and it would switch to using your free tailor session instead. I like to save my tailor sessions until I like totally remake a costume. Like she's got her going out costume, she's got her fuzzy bunny slippers pajama costume from when she's staying home, whatever. And yes, you can completely change everything in these different costumes. So I can have, for example, a tiny version of myself and then a tall version of myself for like Alice in Wonderland thing, which yes, is people have done it. But then you're gonna say what you want. You're gonna load it, or you're gonna say next to pay for it. You can save costumes. You can upload costumes, and as you go along, you can change your powers. Like, oh, what stance do I want to be in? I would like to be in. Why are you not show? I don't use that one. You could change your walk. Why is it not showing them? Oh, that is so bizarre. Usually it shows you an example. You got all these different walks. You can walk like a zombie. Oh, there's a preview. Walk. Oh, fine. Don't show me nothing. You can change your sprint. Yeah, all these things will be changed. Incarnates, this is when you get really, really high up. You're going to be 50 and above to get your incarnates. And yeah, and so on. I don't actually want to change anything, so I'm going to back out of this. Hello. And yes, you can buff NPCs. So then your next one is going to be your Lore Master. Lore Master is going to help you change. What? I have a ding? Okay, fine, I will ding. I need to start putting stuff into this and this. These are inherent fitness pool powers. These used to be pool powers that you had to select, but everybody selected them because basically they were necessary. So the new devs said, why don't you just automatically get them instead of forcing you to choose, to not get other powers so you can get these. So very awesome of them to give us these. All right, thank you. Drill Instructor, same thing. And Arbiter, same thing. So you see those three names: Lore Master, Drill Instructor, Arbiter. Those are going to be trainers. There's a couple other names out there too, but these are the ones you can get into your Super Group base. That's what they got. Now, Field Analyst and Fate Weaver are the same thing as well. Change which level I fight at. Okay. Enemies I fight are weak, my level. Slightly stronger, all the way up to +4, which makes them very, very strong. I'm going to keep her at normal. I want to change the number of heroes. Okay. I'm good or better than one standard hero. I'm good or better than 8. So when you have a party You got like your 8 people over here. You notice there's going to be more mobs, more total mobs in the groups you face. If you say, I am as good or better than 8 standard heroes, you're going to get those big mobs that you would get if you were in a full group. And now this only applies to when you're soloing or you have less than a full group. I want to fight bosses even when I'm solo. Just kidding. I don't want to fight bosses when I'm solo. Okay. You can come in here. I would like to fight arch villains at their full strength, not as elite bosses. Well, no, I would not actually. Like, okay, you can do that. Well, no, I'd rather fight bosses. Sorry. That is again for what you're doing when you are solo. Now these are all zones you can teleport to. Now we've been in Atlas Park a lot. We could just click on this, go to A, and go back to Atlas Park, which would be great. But we're going to go to Pocket D. There's a reason. All right, normally you have heroes and villains. This has got a great length to make sure it is neutral ground. Okay, that means both heroes and villains can be here, and everything in between. Yes, there is in betweens. It starts off by telling me to find someone, so I'm just going to click and unclick something so it stops telling me to find that. There's a vault where you can put your stuff away, which you can also do in your supergroup base. There are areas, gosh dang it, lag. Areas you can sit and chill and role play. People come to Pocket D to role play all the time. It's very popular. They do it in local chat, so it doesn't spam people. See? That's just a little extra dance party thing in there. Now over here, I don't know why I did that turn so wide. This is Null the Gull. This is something you're going to want to do early on. Come in here and say, what can you do? This you're not going to need early on. This is how do speed buffs and debuffs affect me? Okay. So if someone has, for example, speed boost, and they hit you with a speed boost, you're going to start running faster. If you're in a difficult map, for example, a cave where you can easily get stuck on environmental hazards in the cave, and the faster you go, the worse it is, then you're not going to want that speed buff to affect you. So you can come in here and say, speed boosts do not affect me. I like to keep the speed boost off. It'll still affect other things. Speed boost also will give you increased recharge on your powers and things like that. So it's still good to get hit with speed boost. But if you have it this way, it's not going to make you ram your face into walls. And then for some reason, you got to leave and talk to them again for each step. How do group travel powers affect me? This is things like group fly and group teleport. You can say, yes, I would like someone who turns on group fly to pick me up off the ground as long as I stay close to them. Or you can say, no, I want my little footsies firmly on the ground. I'm afraid of heights. Knock it off. Mystic Fortune is one of those. I chose this one, which is secondary mutation, but Mystic Fortune is it's tarot cards. And if someone throws them at you as a buff, I'm going to say always accept. Normally it pops up a little window that says, oh, someone would like to read your fortune. Would you like to do that? And you say yes or no. But Mystic Fortune gives you a buff, so I'm going to always say yes. There's a chance that the buff is not something you want, but I'm going to always say yes. Okay, next up. Disable my travel power pop-up tray. And what that means is this. Now I could put this over here so that when this is on, I have access to it. And then I don't need this little pop-up tray. But, you know what? That's fine. Pop-up tray is fine for me. It's one less power I have to have on my normal trays. Alright, can you send me to a different place? There are some cool places you can tell him to go. But that's not part of our tutorial. Change my alignment. I'm currently a hero, which is why hero is not on the options. I can switch to being a villain. I can switch to being a rogue, which is a villain that can still do heroic missions. I can switch to being a vigilante, which is a hero that can still do villain missions. If you are either one of these two in the middle, you're able to go to either side, red or blue, aka hero, a villain or hero. I'm going to choose vigilante. I'm gonna get a badge, a couple badges. I have not set up a badge on her yet. These are my badges I just got. If you want to set up a badge, you're gonna come into your badges. You can scroll through all of them. You can say most recent, almost complete, so you know you've got some coming up. Uh, each one of these. Now, day jobs. Okay, we're gonna actually go over all these. All right. So, exploration is like I just showed you before. With the Atlas statue jumping up on the globe, there's a little explore badge there. Those, when you get all of them, you get another badge. When you get multiple regions, you can unlock accolades, things like that. All right, history. These are going to be plaques that you have to walk up and click on. They're going to give you a little bit of lore. And again, if you collect the right ones, you're going to be able to unlock accolades and other badges. Accolades have powers that come with them. That's why I keep bringing that up. Accomplishments are just going to be things that happened as you play. Like we killed the Hydra. Yay, go us. Right, achievements are going to be other things that happen as you play. Like we got both the badges in that run. So both of them are here. And I'm going to skip that for a moment. Gladiators. I don't actually have any right now, but that's another thing that's really fun in this zone. I think it's on this side. Yep. All right. Now, normally, if there's nobody actually playing, even if there is someone actually playing, it's going to show little imps in here, and the imps are going to spawn in at set times. And then the groups of imps are going to fight each other. You're like, woohoo, I'm watching it. You know, you can make role play bets on them, whatever. But once you've got your own gladiators, which can be unlocked through gameplay, then you're going to come up to the next level, because I am blind. You're going to come to Pocket D, and you're going to come up to the gladiator terminals. Click on this, and it's going to give you options to make your own, see what gladiators you got, create an event. Gladiator fighting is a lot of fun, and you can earn a lot of gladiators as you play the game. Okay, next is veteran badges, which no longer exist under the veteran tag, which kind of I'm sad for because when it was live, I had all the veteran badges because I'd started playing in beta and I'd been there the whole time and it was great. Les sigh. PvP badges, I don't have any of. There are full on PvP zones, so beware of that. Invention is when you make stuff and you can end up getting badges for what you've made, and sometimes those badges unlock things like salvage. I have 3 of 150 slots. If you get invention badges, you might get more salvage or more recipe slots or etc. Defeats. Just I have killed these things. You get a bunch of them, you get a badge. You're going to have events, which I don't have any of. It's going to be like Christmas and things like that. Ouroboros, I already did that. Why is it its own category? That's crazy. The Wentworths is going to be the auction house I showed you earlier. As you get auction house badges, you're going to again unlock more slots. You're going to be able to put more things on the auction house, etc. Now these, I was going to say accolades. This is where you see it's going to be like earn this badge, this badge, this badge, this badge, this badge, this badge, and this badge, and you will unlock this. And then this, if it's under accolades, almost every time it is going to come with a power. I believe that the VIP is actually the accolade that unlocks your temporary powers of these, but you get it just by logging in the first time because they're like, hey, we don't want anyone to have to wait 500 years to get them. So you're gonna want to unlock accolades. This one, um, collecting 10 explore badges, earn this, and it's going to get you the long range teleport power, which apparently is, yeah. So you're gonna get in here. You're gonna get the long range teleport power, and that's gonna let you do the long range teleports like we talked about earlier. So super simple. You just get 10 explore badges. You get that power. Um, but yeah, you get a lot of things, a lot of accolades. Accolades are so worth it. That's why you get badges. Is you're going for accolades. All right, now we're gonna continue on with Architect Entertainment. This is one that is account wide, not character wide. So that's why I've got so many here. I've most definitely done that. Maybe just weird. Oh well. But yeah, these are. I did these on another character, so I get them across my whole account. And then finally, we come to day jobs. Then earn 30 parts patrol to earn this badge, which is just logging off. Spend time logged off in the hospital to earn this one. Spend time at the university to earn this one. There are a million day jobs, and you can both earn badges for it and earn temporary powers for it. For example, if I logged off at, I think actually here, Pocket D, I think if you log off here, you can get a teleporter to Pocket D to come back quickly, which is very handy. Some of the day jobs are required for accolades, so you get more things there. Oh, another badge. But here is one of the final things I'm going to go over for, this is just our basics. This is our early stuff. This is just how to play. So the last thing I'm going to go over is this is what's called Architect Entertainment. This is where people make their own missions. I got a couple here. You make your own missions, and you can get really in depth in these. It's a lot of fun, and you can come in here and gather up with someone like this. This is a farmer. He's got a lot of levels. He's got a +2 level adjustment over cap, which means he's got some of the in-game stuff unlocked. He is Fire and Spines, which is currently one of the most popular farms. That's actually what I have. I have a Fire and Spines. You'll join up with the person who wants to farm. They'll come over here. They will select a mission. Then these holographs become the mission contact. So, like, if your mission is, I want to go to the North Pole, the person who created it could make this look like Santa Claus. You come over here, you click on him, and he's like, ho, 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 the red-capped goblins are stealing things from the North Pole. Go kill them and liberate my workshop. So you click on him, you'd accept the mission after you talk, and then you'd all come in here. You'll do the mission together. You'll get the rewards for it. You can choose to get rewards that are only based on this Architect Entertainment. So you're going to get tickets. Tickets will allow you to redeem them for things that you can get from the Architect vendor. Or you can keep on normal rewards, which will just like everything else. Oh, she just tells you how to do it. Okay. Well, hey, here you go. This woman over here tells you how to do it. She's going to give you in detail how to make this stuff, how to redeem it, all that jazz. But the reason I was showing you this in Pocket D is because there are certain zones that you need, like the heroes and villains can work together. So in here, heroes and villains can play together. But let's say I was a hero. Let's say I had not gone to Vigilante yet. Let's say I'm a hero and I'm back in Atlas Park. And someone's in here going, hey, I'm running a AE farm. Does anybody want to come join me? And I said, yes, I would like to join. So he invites me. And then as I'm making my way to travel here, someone from the villain side says, hey, I would like to join, and he invites them, they can't join because I'm a hero. So if you come here, which is a neutral zone, then he can invite both of us. Same goes for Rikti Warzone, the Hive with Hamadon, things that both sides can go to. You're gonna see people in here, like right now, you're like, oh, this PI team, boom, blah blah blah. Send a tell when you're in zone. So you're gonna send a whisper to them by clicking on their name, and they're gonna invite you to the team once you're in zone. So they're specifying in zone because they don't want any of that nonsense. Also, sometimes zones do fill up. And when that happens and he's invited someone who's not in zone, he can no longer invite people who are in zone. And the person he invited who's not in zone can't get in. So you're just wasting a spot on the team. So you're going to want to come to the zone that you need to be in. For example, this Pocket D. Before you send out a broadcast or a tell saying, I'm in zone, I'm here for Hamadon, I'm here for the Rikti raid, I'm here for the AE farm, whatever it may be, you get in your zone first. So that's why I wanted to bring us here. And now, let's see that people are still role playing. So I have music turned off in the game, but there is actually music playing here in this zone. Not that it matters. So my graphics and audio. Turn on my music. There is music in the zone, but I prefer to have no music on. This would be like the only zone that I would actually want to turn music on because I prefer immersion. And having the radio on in here makes sense immersion-wise. Having it on elsewhere just doesn't really make sense. So that is my rundown on how to start playing City of Heroes. From character creation to how to join a farm to how to join a task force or trial, how to find people that want to role play. Oh, that's the thing. I actually just forgot how to do it. There is a way. Oops. Not over here. There is a way. Role play tag. I need to remember how to do it because it is a title. So apparently you can also, oh, that's another thing I need to go over is macros and keybinds because, oh my lord, you're going to have to Google. Trust me, you're going to have to Google. You're going to want one of the lists that includes everything. But macros and keybinds are godly. Remember earlier we were in that thing and I said, hey, permanent grats to everybody because I didn't want to say it over and over. Well, here, can't see my screen. Macro. Oh, that's what I did. Okay. Macro. You're going to start off /macro, that's saying I'm going to make a macro. Then you're going to say the name of it. So I'm going to say grats. Then you're going to say what the macro does. So I'm going to choose say, which means it's going to say it in whatever channel I'm in. If I'm in local, it'll say it in local. If I'm in broadcast, say it in broadcast, and so on. So say, and now my phrase. And that's my macro. And now over here, I'm in team, which means I'm not going to be able to say it. So I'm going to go to local or broadcast, whatever, and pop this off. Make Congo rats infest your pantaloons. Now, please don't steal that. That is my phrase. I have been saying it ever since the game was live. People know it's me when they see that phrase. They're like, "Oh, hey, it's you! I remember you. I played with you last time." It's winter, so I can't go to the ski chalet. It's not winter, so I can't go to the ski chalet. All right, so that's one of the things. There is a million macros you can make. All right, macro fx plus plus, which means toggle. No particles. All right, so this is gonna be my FX. So say I'm just lagging, say there's a million things going on, I can't see crap on the screen, everybody's got big, flat, bright, flashy auras, I can't see nothing, or I just want to see what someone's costume looks like under their aura. I can click this. It's going to turn off all the particle effects. Click it again, brings it right back. Very, very useful macro. So you got your particle effects ones, put on whatever you want for Gratz. That's something you made up, not mine, thanks. There's a million things you can do. Like, say, I've got this Gratz bind made. I'm going to edit it. So, $$ means next command. I'm going to say emote, thumbs up. I think it's thumbs up. There might be an underscore something there. Bam. I thumbs up it because that's part of it. So you can do that $$ to add another one. You can tell it to toggle something on or off. You can tell it to use a power. You can tell it to drop a power at this location. Like say I've got that's a power. Let's see this one right here. Location AoE. I would cast that power, and then it's going to give me a white circle rectangle after I cast the power, and then I have to choose where I want to put it and click on the ground to cast it. Now, a lot of times when you're clicking to cast one, you're going to accidentally click on a teammate or a mob, and you're going to have to retarget all over again. Or you're having trouble casting, it doesn't go exactly where you wanted it because you're trying to do 2 things at once or 10 things at once, depending on the game. You can actually make a macro that says, use this at my location. You can say at the location where I'm at. You can say at my target's location, which will cast it there, and it doesn't matter if it's an NPC, ally, friend, it doesn't matter. It'll be at the target's location. You can say at the location of my mouse. You can say cast it 10 feet in front of me or 10 feet to the left of me. Macros are insane. This game is so old. This game has, hiccups. This game has been around forever, and yet somehow it still has some of the best customization. You can customize your macros. You can customize your keybinds. You can customize your window layouts. You can customize your character. You can customize the color of your character's chat window. Watch this. My chat window looks like that. I am mostly normal colors, but let's give it a little blue. Come on, I can't get my mouse to work. There we go. My text a little blue. Just super basic, just to show it. Blue. So you can change the background, change the foreground, and it's not listed on here, but using macros, you can also change the border of it. You can also make a macro or a bind that will change it at different times. Like say, my normal talking is like this, right? So my normal talking, gonna have that. But when I do my F7 for ready, it's gonna be that. That's my so you can actually make a macro that's going to change the color. Like if you want to just role play things and you're like, I'm going to role play that I'm angry, you can change your chat window red by clicking a macro, and then you talk and everybody knows that you are angry, you're emoting angry. Or you can change it to light green and emote that you're happy, or pink and emote that you're being romantic. And it's just, you can make macros that quickly change your chat window color so that you can, whatever your reason may be. You can make macros and keybinds in this game to do everything. And I am not going to go through all of that because it's more than even I understand. I have macros on all of my masterminds to control my pets. With a single click, I can, for example, with the robots, You're going to have 3 little robots that fight. You're going to have 2 middle-sized robots that do bubbles and buffs and heal. And then you're going to have 1 big robot that's like your master bonk whap guy. You can have 1 button that says, put my little guys on attack mode, put my medium guys on bodyguard mode so that they will be defensive and do their buffs instead of focusing on attack. You can put your big guy, you can tell it whatever you want it to be. And you can even switch 1 button bodyguard mode, which means they all come running back to you and defend you as opposed to going out and trying to fight things. So it's really intense what you could do with macros and keybinds. I really recommend that you look them up. Of course, after you spend a little bit of time playing the game, get to know what you like, what you don't like, find the characters that you want to play, and then you can look up macros matching those characters. You could also do macros that pull off of text files on your computer. For example, I had a tank who had different taunts. I would hit the taunt button, my macro taunt button, and like if I was the tank and I was trying to taunt her, and let's just say this is my taunt button, I come over here and I hit this, and maybe the first time it would say, "Hey, Carnival Raver, look at me when I'm hitting you." And then the next time around, I click it again, and when I clicked it the first time, it would say, "Hey, Carnival Raver, look when I'm hitting you." It would do my taunt power, and it would load the next bind file. So after the first time I do it, I click it again, and maybe the next time, instead of saying, "Hey, Carnival Raver, look at me when I'm hitting you," it says, "Bet you didn't see that coming," or whatever you want to put in there. You can make a macro for teleporting people that says, my typical macro for when I want to teleport someone is, "Hey, so and so, hold on to your britches," and then I'll teleport them to directly in front of me. And yeah, you can make macros and binds that do friggin' everything. So that's City of Heroes. That's how to make a character, how to play a character, how to make life easy on yourself. Of course, there is so much more to the game. This is the surface, but it should be enough of that surface to actually get you playing and get you enjoying the game. So, if you watched this far, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for following along. And if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comments below. If you have any tips or tricks that I did not include, feel free to drop those in the comments below as well. And I hope you have fun playing. See you in the flip side.